Okay, mage armor on the raptor, and then heroism and magic weapon. Alright. Alright. Quick save. Do y'all want to talk? It's good to be on the offensive again. Place is teeming with evil. What about this thing? Insert the key of Baphomet's servants. Insert the key of Duskari's servants. Insert the key of Nocticula's servants. It starts to emit a disturbing glow. When the last key is inserted, you hear a rumble. The door in front of you opens. The way to the heart of the Fane is clear. Night all. Good night, Beansy.
What a fun.
Whoa! Stop! Everybody stop.
You called? I'm glad I was useful.
What's
to
the
you.
duration of this? 1 minute a level. 11 minutes. I should be using that more often. Hurricane Bow is pretty insane.
I'm prepared.
It's like basically enlarged person for bow users. Uh-oh. You were blinded by— oh, there she is. I see her right there. You were blinded by a sudden flash. It feels like giants are hammering on your temples and a monstrous pain lashes your chest. Your wound has reopened at the worst possible moment and is gushing blood. You sense the malevolent proximity of the abyss. You can almost touch the threat emanating from it. Slowly, almost reluctantly, the wound closes, but the pain and your heightened awareness remain. The hall bears the traces of the huge Baelor's anger. Some demons are lying on the floor, literally ground into a bloody mess, while the rest are cowering against the walls. The blood is not confined to the ground either, but is splashed across the face of the kneeling Minago. It's not clear if it came from the pentagram or the Lilitu's forehead or from a slash of the Baelor's claws. Wait, I'm sorry, from the pentagram on the Lilitu's forehead or from a slash of his claws.
Let me into the rift, Tarazand! We're all going to die here! Trying to fight back. It's madness!
No one goes into the rift. You will fight, all of you, or else.
Baelor unleashes a deafening roar, his eyes on his huge head filling with true madness. I won't let anyone flee to the abyss. You're all going to die here and now.
I told you, Tarazand. Now you're going to die, and they'll hang your horned skull on the walls of Dresden.
You and your little troop made a fool of me at the Battle of Dresden. Finally, I can make you pay. Finally.
You know what his eyes remind me of? Raven's dad from Teen Titans. I don't know how many cartoon watchers or comic book readers we've got here.
We are the light.
Trigon, yes, thank you.
Darkness.
Summoning swarms on him. I don't know how tough this guy's gonna be. Oh my gosh. Chip's already half health because of like AOs. Oh god, that scared me. I was like, something's behind me! Oh, it's an angel. You know, I summoned the centipede swarm on him already. That might be enough. Like, he's dropping. I don't think I need... Look at all the misses. There's just such a large volume of it. Okay, maybe I should have cast protection from fire at the very least. Holy crap. He just exploded.
Rifts are usually chaotic and unstable. That's why I've been plagued by one question. How could demons...
Be careful,
create
Baylor's
a
explode.
stable
Now you tell me!
passage from the abyss here in the world wound? And as I stare into the flames of the rift itself, the answer still eludes me. What is the secret to this canker festering at the very heart of our world? How can we heal it?
Canker.
My friends and comrades, the time has come for us to discuss something of the utmost importance. It is here, on the threshold of the abyss, that I must announce an important decision before you all. But first, we shall talk about you, Commander. About how well you have discharged the duties I entrusted to you.
The angel's got some kind of aura or spell active around it. I don't know what it is, though.
My righteous sister in faith, must these discussions take place now at such a moment? The enemy is watchful, and its forces are great. That is what we must turn our attention to, not scrutinizing our fellow crusaders.
In the 100 years that this war has lasted, not a day has gone by when I haven't thought about how we can win it. That is precisely why we cannot delay the conversation any longer.
Is this really the best time to discuss my actions?
I'm afraid so. I cannot delay this. The first and most glaring issue I'd like to discuss is how you have used the divine gift that was bestowed upon you.
I really quickly, so someone yesterday, she was talking with us, and someone was like, I think this is a death flag, I think she's gonna die, and I hate that they said that, because it's just been on my brain ever since. So I feel now, in this moment, I'm thinking she wants to have this conversation now, because she's about to, like, I don't know, sacrifice herself to close the rift or something, and this is the only chance she'll have to have this dumb conversation.
An aura of necromancy hangs over Dresden. My clerics and paladins tell me they have never seen anything like it, even in Geb, and its source is quite obvious.
Is that a compliment? Thank you. Yes.
However, as your friend, I must confess that your mythic powers are too unstable. I cannot fully trust them. I fear they will stand in the way of our friendship.
I'm sorry. I only see you as a girlfriend, not as a friend. Your application for friendship has been revoked. You will be retaining girlfriend status.
A commander's absolute priority is leading the Crusader armies, and I cannot help but notice that you have handled this part of your responsibilities well.
Yeah, even then the ones that died, I made them keep fighting.
I cannot but notice your strange choice of companions.
She's looking at
The good
Arushalay.
gods teach us to seek the light even in the darkest soul, and to believe in redemption. But it is one thing to believe in the good intentions of a murderous succubus, and, for example, send her to a temple of Desna to be cared for by experienced priests. But it is another matter entirely to take the demon with you to the front lines, where one well-timed stab in the back could put a tragic end to our entire Crusader cause. It is unthinkably reckless.
Chat, my girlfriends are mad at each other.
With all due respect, my lady, Arushalay has proven herself to be a faithful and reliable comrade. She has fought bravely for us, and we both want to see the demons defeated. Is there any reason to reproach the commander for accepting her into our party?
You can find reasons aplenty in any Mendevian cemetery, Seela. Each one is full of the graves of those who were deceived by demons.
Well, if Queen Galfrey is going to bully us, I think this is a good chance to butter up Arushalay. We can earn Goth girlfriend points. I trust Arushalay completely. She is not only a loyal friend, but living proof that even demons can change for the better.
Your words carry a ring of truth.
I know.
The example of one malefactor changed for the better could do more for the Crusades than a dozen paragons of faith.
Thank you. I can't believe you really said that.
Within moments of the Queen beginning to speak, Urushalei seems to turn to stone, but now she releases a breath.
I also wish to mention what you did with Iomede's banner, the Sword of Valor. This sacred relic
Just touched it
handed
up
to
a bit.
you to defend the city against the demons has become a reflection of you.
Thank you.
I do not know how you managed to distort its features.
I bled all
but
over it.
cannot overlook it.
I didn't mean
I only
to.
pray that Iomade will forgive us all for this most improper treatment.
Look,
of her
if you
name.
had a single laundromat in the kingdom, we could take care of it. It's blood, alright? I'm sorry. I'm sorry my chest was gushing blood after being stabbed.
That is all I wish to say. And now, to summarize. You can think my assessment is empty
Jeff.
fault-finding, but I am responsible for the entire crusade, for Mendev, and for the future of those who have encountered or will encounter the evil of the World Wound. I do not have the luxury of making a single mistake. That is why I am forced to remove you from the command of the Fifth Crusade.
What? Wow, I did not see this development. I got 2,000 undead outside. This is how you thank me for everything I've done. Throughout the Queen's entire speech, Darren is silent, but his silence is more expressive than an entire crowd yelling profanities.
I deeply respect the desire to bring discipline to the Crusades, but not all the accusations you leveled at the Commander are guided by that desire.
My righteous sister, you are entitled to make such a decision, but please reconsider whether this is the right one. He is not just the Crusade commander. He is our hope, our only hope.
In this moment, you know what I would do in character? I would telepathically, with necromancy, have all of the skeletons outside be like, yeah, 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 like thousands. I've got like 1,500 skeletons and 1,700 zombies. Yeah, yeah. Just all of it. Anytime anyone who's on my side makes a good point, round of applause. They would just like shake the ground like an earthquake. And anytime she tries to make a point, just stony silence.
Our only hope is he? I see you do not value me or the other heroes of the Crusade very highly, my righteous brother and comrade. But let me continue. Do not take your demotion as a punishment. I have in many respects been forced to take this step. As we all know, the demons have created a new weapon, Nihindrian crystals, which provide them with truly mythical powers. We managed to remove the threat temporarily, but not eliminate its source. Thanks to the book recovered from Aureli Vorlish's laboratory, we know that the rift before us cannot be closed until the first and main rift is closed.
Maybe in the next act we're just
The one
normal
that lies
adventurers
in
again and we don't
Threshold
control armies
Fortress.
anymore?
So, for the safety of Dresden, I shall have to destroy all the exits out of the Midnight Fane and block everything here so that demons coming through this indestructible rift cannot descend upon Dresden again. This is a forced measure. I am doing it for the safety of the city. But this won't solve the problem. We should... no, we must track the demon's path and settle this issue once and for all. And that means venturing into the abyss. No one but you, with your unique power, can handle this task. That is why I shall take over the command of the Crusader armies, and you will journey forth on this great mission.
Aw, seems like you're forced into this. If you destroy the Fane and its exit, how do I get back?
Don't worry about that. I will go with you.
I do
know
worry
the
about
secrets
that.
of traveling between planes. I have also been to the Abyss before, and I have fought the beasts that dwell there. My sword and my experience will help you on this mission.
And what if I refuse to go?
It will mean that one day the Abyss will come for you. I might disagree with my righteous sister-in-arms at times, but there is one thing she is indisputably right about. Evil must be killed at the root. The Nahindrian crystals are too great a threat, and we may never get another chance of reaching their source.
Correct. I imagine I'll be up to the task of leading the Crusaders. 100-odd years of experience must count for something, but your mission in the Abyss is critical.
Marka, how about to have a skeleton queen in your army? Dude, am I about to lose the thousands of undead I made? Dude, I feel very used and abused right now, chat. I'm a little hurt. I will go to the Abyss, but don't think I'll forget the way you treated me. Her brow furrows, but she refrains from comment.
Valor, bravery, and loyal comrades. We have all this in abundance.
Yeah, I'm so balanced.
Even the Abyss holds no fear for us.
I'm like over here, just like being the embodiment of spite. And he's like, we are valor in abundance. Like, okay.
Wish me luck as well. Until next we meet.
Her eyes dart away and her knuckles turn white as she grips her hilt. Yeah, I hope you don't lose with your army of thousands I made for you. You know, okay. Next thought. Chat, what if I turned to her and I was just like, alright, good luck with what you've got left. And she's like, what? And then I turn and I walk into the Abyss, and then single file, my army of thousands of undead marches through the door and down the tunnel into the Abyss behind me, leaving her outside with nothing. Good luck, champ. I'll reanimate you on my way back. The deed is done, but ahead lies a road to another plane, a plane of chaos and evil. Any loot? Let's see. Menace of Death. Whenever someone dies within a 10-foot radius from the wearer of this natural armor +3 amulet, the wearer gets haste for 2d3 rounds, and the effect is renewed each time someone dies. After the effect wears off, the wearer cannot make any weapon or unarmed attacks for 1 to 3 rounds. Oh man, it was so good up until that last part. It was so good up until that last part.
As it should be.
Alright. I'm right now, I'm so reminded of that one act in Diablo 2 that ended with you going into the portal to hell. Act 3, the end of Act 3, I think. Alright.
The commander has stepped through the rift, and now there is no going back. Onward. To solitude, to the unknown.
I better be able to go back. I left my ziggurat outside. I want to be a lich. I'm a lich. Slap that coin. There's got to be a way back outside because the quest that were outside that I didn't finish didn't tell me that I was near the end of being able to do it. I like how Sigla's mini. Champion, I'm amazed. I sensed a surge in the power within you the moment you boldly stepped forth into the rift. The power was dark, but I have faith that you can keep it in check and wield it only to save Golarion from the Abyssal invasion. I like this guy. I like this guy. He knows what I'm about. The angel turns his head and surveys the bleak landscape that has been revealed to you. His movements are growing tense, and even the soft golden glow that usually emanates from him is fading. So that's where this rift leads, to the realm of the most cunning of all the demon lords. This location is familiar to me, but that fact brings me neither joy nor consolation. You take in your surroundings. The abyss looks unusual, but it is not really so different from the material plane. The fundamental law here is the same as everywhere. Everything that lives must die one day, and no one can avoid Pharasma's court. And that means that completing your mission here will be no more difficult than it would be in your home plane. Let me quickly tell you about this. Pharasma is really, really cool. Pharasma is the true neutral god of death. And she is completely true neutral, not because that's how she started, but because she's heard it all. Because every single time she takes a soul to the afterlife, they beg and they plead. And they're like, no, just let me go back. I have unfinished business. I need to get revenge. I need to get justice. I left my daughter. She has heard the stories of people begging for more for so long. She doesn't give a scrit anymore. She doesn't give a scrit. So, like, you go up to, your soul goes up to her, and you're, like, begging and pleading, and she doesn't hear it, and she's just like, all right, you did this, you did this, you did this, hell. Just throws you into hell. And she's like, all right, next, and shut up, next, all right, heaven. She is completely just, you get what you earned. That's it. She is just completely neutral. She just looks over your file and sends you on your way and doesn't listen to you at all anymore. The only thing she actually hates with any passion is undead, because is the undead, because she believes that they're cheating the system. They're trying to get out of the system. Arushalei's voice drops to a whisper. The abyss. I swore I would never come back. Everything here dredges up old memories. Everything here just screams, this is your true home. My cursed and benighted home. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, wait. I think when I respect my guy to neutral, I actually picked Pharasma. So she really is going to hate me. Darren stands with one arm slung across his chest. He seems to be listening intently to something only he can hear. The commander has been banished to the abyss by the grace of the illustrious Queen of Mindev, uprooted from his life and sent on a mission to a strange and alien world. You didn't foresee that little twist, did you? How could you? It's not as if you've ever seen my dearest cousin Galfrey behave in such a high-handed manner with anyone else. Then again, who needed all this lamenting? Words and sentiments like these are appropriate between relatives or lovers, and you and I fall into neither category. The former to my relief, the latter to my eternal disappointment. We are in the abyss, which is the worst possible setting for any kind of dalliance. What's our plan? We need to find the source of the Nahandrian crystals and destroy it forever, if possible. We know for certain that the crystals were transported to the world wound through the rift, and we used to get here. What we must do now is take a thorough look around. We need to understand what this place is, and what they are doing with the crystals here, whether they are creating them, or mining them, or bringing them here from elsewhere. I would also like to know who was in charge of the demons on this side of the rift. There still may be traces here, or even some documents or witnesses. What can you tell me about this place? These are the Midnight Isles. Weren't those the ones made by the Succubi goddess? I remember this. An odd mix of pensiveness and profound aversion rings in the angel's voice. This is the realm of Nocticula, the Lady in Shadow. She gonna crush our skull between her thighs, chat. Every corner of the abyss is a repellent in its own way, but this is where one truly walks on corpses. The angel gestured at the land with his iron gauntlet. On the corpses of demon lords that were treacherously murdered, every monster slain by Nocticula became an island like the one we're standing on right now. This place seemed to be created specifically to befuddle the hearts and minds of the righteous. What I mean is that the demon lords are our enemies and their deaths should please us, but as I looked at this black sky, I realized that sometimes the death of evil creates even greater evil. Why would she kill other demon lords? For power, of course. Every new murder that she commits extends her realm, and the greater her realm, the greater her power. The ambitions of the Lady in Shadow are great, and she knows no mercy, so the archipelago, or archipelago, if you prefer, has become much larger in the millennia of her rule here. What does she have to do with the invasion of Galarian? I do not know. Before her idol we saw in the Midnight Fane, I had not seen any trace of her influence in the World Wound, but it's no wonder. The Lady in Shadow values guile, subterfuge, and devious plots. I would not be surprised if it turns out that she has been secretly aiding Baphomet and Discari since the first days of the invasion. What should I be wary of? Beware every shadow, he answers without hesitation. This is the Abyss, the plane of chaos and evil. It would be fair to compare our mission to that of spies sent deep into enemy territory. We do not belong here, and everyone and everything that does not seek to kill us on sight will either kill us slowly or use us for unimaginable evil. It is a shame that we cannot hope for the protection of the Sword of Valor in this place, or of the one who used to wield it. You should have sensed it already, but how different everything feels without the banner's holy protection. I see. Onward. Beware, be careful, champion. I will wait for you here. Mythic level up for everyone. Well, of course we're going to be picking Lich. Mukluk, Lord of Death. Leader of a small cult of undead created by his own hands, Mukluk became famous as the indomitable commander of the 5th Medieval Crusade against the World Wound. Is a talent for bestowing divine spells on his followers. Main evil strength for dark rites. Lich and all his companions in a 30-foot radius cast spells as if their caster level was 2 levels higher. Oh wow! All of our spells are 2 levels higher. That's pretty tight. Okay. I don't know why I would think Muck would be a good DM. I like to think I'm okay as a DM, because I have done it before. It takes a lot of work, though. It takes a lot of work. Let's see. Ranging shots. Limitless Rage. Inspirational Leader. Does anyone know for a fact if Inspirational Leader stacks if you have multiple people with it? Greater Enduring Spells? That might be good. Oh man, that would be great with Noxie with Enlarged Person. That would be really good. 5-minute spells now last 24 hours. DM one-shot with chat? Dude, a one-shot would still take hours. It wouldn't really be with chat. I would have to pick some people from chat and get them on like Discord, stuff like that. If you have cast to level 25, haste can last 24 hours. I'll do greater enduring spells. That's pretty good. Oh, we got a whole new tier. Look at this. There's Cloud Kill. What is Profane Nimbus? Any good creature striking you will take 1d6 points of damage for... Deny death. Guard the target from death for the next 10 minutes per level. If the target dies, it is instead saved but paralyzed. That would be a very scary buff to have. Like, yeah, thanks, but Jesus. Bone Explosion. Target's bones explode. If the target fails, it receives 6 damage per caster level, and all creatures in a 20-foot radius will take 1d6 damage per level. Oh god, friendly fire. If they do successfully save, they still take 1d6 damage per level, and all creatures within 20 radius take 1 level. So this is one of those where even if they make the save, it hits really hard. Exsanguinate, force the target's blood to overflow. They take 1d... Dude, these are all just morbid. Take 1d6 damage per caster level and make a Fortitude saving throw. If it fails, they take strength and bleed damage. Repurpose. If the target... Curse of Servitude. For 1 round per 2 levels, is dealt 1d6 damage per round. If they die, it is revived as an undead creature under your command. Doesn't say what the duration of that would be. 1 round per 2 caster levels. Is that 2 levels of Lich? Racking Ray. Range touch attack. Does dex and strength damage. You can use Repurpose on any mob. A lot of interesting stuff here. So let's...
on the goal.
Do that. Waves of fatigue. That hits friendlies as well. Slay living. You attempt to slay a creature. You have to touch them though. Target takes 12 d6, target's 4 to 2 6 8 d6 for 1 point level. Cloud kill. Con damage each level. You know, I could do